it's a little more personal when it's here. Okay, let me just show you this one PowerPoint. This is the facts of Ebola. It just kind of mentions things, but this was data just the other day, and it shows over here in the top right, Liberia, Sierra Leone, but look how the spike has happened. There's been this enormous spike in the last month, okay, it was local, but now it's going all over the place. Now, the facts are it's transmitted by the beasts, okay? You got bats and monkeys, gorillas, chimpanzees, antelopes, pigs. The beasts, by beast I don't mean a mean animal as much as animals are the main transmission to begin with. Now, I want you to look at this. This is very interesting. This is from CNN. It talks about the first diagnosed case of Ebola in the United States. Now, I want you to notice this. The patient is being treated at Dallas, okay? And notice it says the unidentified man left Liberia on September 19th. He arrived in the United States on September 20th, okay? And then the next paragraph says at that time the individual did not have symptoms at all. But 4 or 5 days later he began to exhibit them. Okay, so the first Ebola case in the United States, when did he begin to exhibit? He had Ebola. The 19th, it says he left Liberia. The 20th, he landed in the United States. 4 and 5 days later, on Rosh Hashanah, is the first time we have Ebola exhibited here in the United States. Now, to me, I think that's interesting. That the first case exhibited in the United States happens on the Feast of Trumpets, and this is God's warning for this year. Now, let me show you something else. This is fascinating. Here we have the Jewish calendar. As most of you know, Nisan, around 11 o'clock, let's say, is the beginning of the religious year. This is Passover. And you'll notice at the bottom it says Tishri, which is where we're at now, around 5 o'clock. You have Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Sukkot, Simchat Torah. Okay, well, how many of you know there were 10 plagues in the Exodus? Right? The 10th plague happened in Nisan, right? With the death of the firstborn, Passover, they leave. So let's go back. The 10 plagues, what the sages say, and there's differences of opinion, 2 opinions. One of them said each plague, the whole thing lasted 10 months. With each plague was in a particular month. Okay, so like the plague that lasted 3 days of darkness didn't last a whole month. That's not what they're saying. They're saying it happened in that 9th month. Is everyone following me? Okay, well, what's fascinating, Tishri is this month, and the plague, the 4th plague, was that of the beasts. When you count the plagues. Again, this is just biblical history, science. I'm just saying there's an interesting connection here. Everyone, like I always say, can put it in their own theological pipe and smoke it like they want. But I think it is fascinating that the first Ebola case, which is spread by beasts, happens on the Feast of Trumpets, which is a day of warning, in the Shemitah year, which is a year of warning. Okay, and it's the same month that the plague of beasts came.